Hello, once again, Brigadiers. Welcome back to an American Trucker in Europe. Last episode, or last trip actually, I mentioned a secret area located on Sardinia, and this is the beginning of it. Now, we are outside the village of Oratelli, which actually is on the map. However, the only part of it on the map is this pickup point right here. And so, the village itself is blocked off. However, not for long, because we will be going into it. So, let us do this. And there we go. Now we'll continue on. It's actually drivable here. And we'll come up to a sign that says... Wait. Can we go past it already? No, we didn't. Come up to a sign that says... Oh, here it is. That says... What are you doing on this WIP road, whatever the hell that means? We'll go right on past that. And as you can see, beyond that we have a couple of barriers and a sign that says no entry here. Like the rebellious bastards we are, we're gonna go right around this. And behind that is another barrier and a sign that says, go back now. And beyond that one, several more barriers. After which we come up to the end of the map. And a sign on the mountain that reads, if I can get to that, a sign on the mountain that reads, back it up a little bit. It reads, I warned you, good flight, best wishes, Topolino, which I'm guessing is the creator of the mod. And beyond the mountain, we find a flight, which we will go on right now. And off the map we go. This is what happens when we go off the map at that secret area. Right, going back to the service station right now. Right, so after that dizzying display, we will park it and have a little rest so we can drive in the daytime. So I will see you at our cargo pickup point. So, after finally choosing a destination in a country we've never been to before, we come to Cluj-Napoca, Romania, and we are starting from the middle of nowhere. It said we were starting in a place located in Catanzaro, however, we are 2 hours away from Catanzaro. And we're closer to Toronto on the A14 highway. Between the A14 and the A2, I believe it said. So here we go. Which means we're gonna go all the way up through Italy for like the 4th time, I believe. However, this time we'll be on the eastern side. Ah, the Italian countryside. So peaceful and serene. I don't know why I keep saying stuff like that. Most of the countrysides so far have looked kind of similar to each other, but not really at the same time. So now we go through a village that has no name on the map. And points us in the direction of Toronto. We set off to deliver this wheat. Almost 40,000 pounds of wheat. Which if my math is correct, is about 2,000 tons. Wait. No, that's not right. 20 tons. That's what I meant, 20 tons. Yeah, math was never my strong point in school, at any point. Despite what the first half of my 7th grade math class would lead you to believe. Also, I'm driving kinda tired, so maybe you'll see me veering off to the side of the road in certain places. Just a fair warning, just in case some of you think my driving sucks. Because it probably will. Not gonna lie. Also, another reason it took so long for me to find a destination to go to is because I didn't want to do another handful of ferry rides in addition to all the land travel. I wanted it all to be on the mainland. So that's another reason why it took so long. And we got a car on fire. Don't be doing this to me now. Onto the highway we go. slow it on down a little bit. What I'll do is, because of the sheer magnitude of this trip, again, I'm gonna wait until I get to our first rest stop, and then I'm going to call it an episode rather than record the whole thing in one shot, because like I said, I'm driving kind of tired, and I don't want it to become like the trip between London and Kabili. So should be a little while before we get there, though, because I made sure to rest before I started, and I filled it up. I think that sign said we're coming into Bari once again. And the beginning of another barrage of toll roads. Which at this point, I don't know why I'm complaining, because they're in a bunch of countries now. Hopefully you enjoyed that little snippet at the beginning of the episode of the secret area in Orotelli. Maybe I'll try to find some more of those and I'll show them to you in future episodes. As long as all the maps on the mod, or all the mods on the map, keep working like they're supposed to. I'll see if I can find more. Anyway, as I record this, it is the end of February. It took it long enough. I think this month went at a snail's pace, it seemed like. And meanwhile, January went, like, really fast. I don't know, it seems like the shorter the month is, the longer it goes for some reason. I don't know. Are we gonna have to take this toll booth? No, we're not. Okay. Keep it on the road. Let's not give the Italian police a reason to arrest us. Even though I would like to drive in one of those Lambos. This week was the first in several weeks that no snow fell. And I was actually able... Well, okay. I would have been able to spend all 3 days by myself had a member of my family not contracted the flu and had to stay home for 2 days straight. So Wednesday was all I had this week. And looking at the weather, next week it's probably not going to be good. So maybe that'll be another 3 days added onto my school district's snow day count. Fuck's sake, I think we've had a month's worth already. That's what it seems like anyway. Well, as long as the kids are okay with going to school until the middle of June at this point. I thank the good Lord it's almost the end of winter. I mean, let's see, we have March 20th, I believe, is the end of winter. So that's about 3 more weeks. And, yeah, Punxsutawney Phil said we're going to have an early winter, and so far, that little furry bastard lied. And I also heard that we might be having another polar vortex. Although not as long as the last one. Thank God. Hopefully the Midwest United States doesn't get hit as bad as it did the last time. Because, yeah, that was just terrible. I don't think I've ever seen the Chicago River completely frozen over like that. Or having full-on ice chunks washing ashore from the Great Lakes. I mean, don't get me wrong, that was a sight to behold from on TV, but that's just way too fucking cold. Although, now that I say that, God bless the Aussies because of the heat wave they've been having to deal with. I mean, I think a article I saw a couple weeks ago said it got up to 121 degrees Fahrenheit. Can you believe that? $121 that would be... something like 50 Celsius, I think. Because 104 Fahrenheit is 40 Celsius. So, and the highest recorded temperature in American history is 134, and that's 57. So yeah, 50 Celsius isn't that far off, I don't think. But that's just ridiculous as well. Like I've said many times in the past, I don't mind the heat as long as there's no humidity, and if it gets that far above 100 degrees, then there will be humidity. In Australia, I don't think it's a dry heat down there. I mean, maybe it is in certain parts, but yeah, there's no way that it's ever been a dry heat. Poor blokes. Anyway, enough weather talk. Now that I say that, it's gonna start to piss down rain probably, because look at the clouds rolling in. We're probably gonna get to the border of Italy and Croatia. It's gonna start to pour. I hope it doesn't, but you know, what do I know? Okay, the sound just cut out a little bit there. Didn't appreciate that. Let's not crash the game again. I made sure to delete every old video I had stored in my computer, just so I didn't have that happen again. Because the more I record, the more space I take up on the hard drive, and I forget what exactly my hard drive space is, but it's not even, it's not even a terabyte. Almost a terabyte, but not quite. Okay, what was the point of that, exit? 'Cause I didn't see anything on the other side of the guardrail there. Oh, and it's that time of night. My blind dog is starting to bark, either wanting to go to bed or wanting attention. One of the two. You know, it's really a shame, because she used to be so energetic. But now that she's lost her sight, or a majority of it, if she still can see shadows, which at this point I don't think so. Yeah, ever since she's lost her sight, her energy has just gone downhill. She can't even climb on the couch without risking busting her ass on the way down. And she can't go off the backyard deck anymore. So, no. Don't scrape the wall. Pretty sure I've told you that story before, but you know, I tend to repeat myself sometimes. Yeah. I'm hoping Pro Mods will come out with 2.4 soon. Because I know I could have upgraded to 2.33, I think the newest update is, but you know, what's the point? There's nothing new added except for fixes and whatnot. All I want to do is get rid of the purple textures. So hopefully that comes out soon, as well as the update of American Truck Simulator of the state of Washington. I hope they don't come out with that any later than like July. Because they said it would be coming out later this year, and that was back in January, I believe. And they've been hiring a lot of people to help out with that. So maybe it'll be out sooner than the last batch of DLCs. Who knows? Also, as long as you don't get to like Mexico and Canada by the time 2050 rolls around, because I don't want to wait that long for the entire map to be filled. The entirety of North America. Speaking of the entirety of North America, I wonder if they do eventually go to Canada, how far north will they go? Because the farther north you go, the more sparsely populated it is, and as a result, the less road system they have. Like, for example, there's barely any road in the territory of Nunavut, despite the fact that I think it's Canada's largest landmass. It is the least populated at less than 50,000. Hell, less than 40,000, I think. So I wonder how far they'll go. Maybe they'll implement cargo planes if they do go that far north, because I think that's it. That's how you get anything in and out of that part of the country. Same with Alaska. There are certain parts of Alaska that you can't go in and out of you can't go in and out of certain cities in Alaska with a road vehicle. Case in point, Barrow. Yes, I know it's not called Barrow anymore, but I can't pronounce the name the name they gave it now. I've heard it pronounced before, but I don't recall it at this moment. Yeah. I wonder why they actually changed the name. I understand that's what it used to be before wait. Was it that? Was the name that one before Barrow, or was it always Barrow, I wonder? Because I know Mount McKinley used to be known as Denali, and now they reverted it back to Denali while Obama was president. So I don't know what Barrow used to be called, if anything. If there's any Alaskan brigadiers, you'll have to let me know. Otherwise, I'll just look it up by myself, which I've done anyway. So I'm surprised that we didn't lose any speed after I hit the wall a little ways back. That usually happens. When I hit something, the cruise control disengages and I have to reactivate it. And yes, I know, we're tired. Just let me find a place to rest. I'm probably not even close to the border yet. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Is this a city? Oh, it is. Wait, no, it's not. Part of one, perhaps? Oh, it is, Ancona. Huh. Why is the name not on the map? And if it is, why isn't it showing up? I know I'm getting tired. Let me come into the city and, you know, park. Oh, it is Ancona. Okay. Oh, there it is. The name was hiding. Oh, fire truck. Alright, so where do we park? Yeah, why not? We'll park it at the repair station. If I can get the trailer in here. And I have... Okay, so we call it an episode in Ancona, Italy. When we come back, we'll continue the trip to Cluj-Napoca. Until next time, keep the pedal down and keep on rocking.